everyone, it's Karen here from tuppencecolour.co.uk and thank you for joining me. Today's project is this rather sweet little box which is 2 inches on the side and about 1 inch deep. It's closed with a ribbon band, and when you slide the band off and open it, inside there's a nice little nest which holds very snugly this little pot which actually contains lip balm. Very easy to make. Would make a lovely teacher gift at this time of year, and if you stick with me I'll tell you how I made it. Right, I have a piece of Tangelo twist cardstock and it is 10 inches by 4 inches, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, 7.5 inches, and at 9.5 inches, and that's in the landscape direction. And I'm going to score it again at 1 inch and at 3 inches. And at the end where I scored it, where I scored the skinny measurements, these two here, I'm also going to score it at half an inch. I'm just going to take it down as far as there, and 3.5 inches. Right, so this is going to be my box end. Right, so I'm going to do some cutting out, and I'm going to snip down all of these lines, and when I get to this end here I'm going to cut away these thin outside pieces. When I was cutting out, this bit is going to be the base of the box, so when I was cutting away the little bits that are going to be the flaps, I cut all of the groove off. But when I was doing this part of the box, I tried to leave the groove on, so that this is going to be the top of the box, and I want it to be fractionally bigger than the bottom of the box for a good fit. So that's why I did that. So for the next step, I'm going to go and stamp the top part of the box. Now I've got some Tangelo twist, a Tangelo twist ink pad, and I've got the fabulous, Flowering Flourishes stamp set. I'm just going to mask off this end of the box because I want that to stay plain. It's going to be the bottom, so nobody's going to see it much, but I'm just being unusually fussy. So there I have a slightly messy top of my box, but that's now I want to go and create the aperture in this part of the box to fit my my little lip balm container. It's and this lip balm it's one I've made myself. It's 50/50 coconut oil and beeswax, white beeswax, with a vitamin E capsule in it to help preserve it, and a little bit of lemon flavouring. You could, if you were making this, you could melt a bit of lipstick in it to make a tinted one, but I wanted a colourless one, a transparent one. And these little tins I got from eBay. Right, now I've done some measuring on the tin, and I've discovered that I need to punch a 1.5 inch circle in there, and so that I can get it into the right place, I've got a bit of scrap paper here, so I've just punched out a 1.5 inch circle. And I'm going to put a bit of snail on the back of it. I think actually that was the end of my snail, so I have to refill that, which is another good thing about snail, is that you can buy refills for it, so you don't have to throw the whole thing away when it comes to the end of life. So that, I think, is pretty much centered in into where I want it. So come in with the hole punch and line it all up and punch. And there we are, job's done. Job is a good one. Right, now I'm going to go and burnish. Now I need to burnish that one that way, and that one that way, and that one that way. Right, it's time to start putting this box together. So I've put sticky strip on the inside of these bits, and I'm going to start by constructing it this way. Alright, so the first bit I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that to there, and then I'm going to bring those pieces round and stick those to those, and then that bit will go onto the back last. Alright, so it is a bit fiddly, and I don't know whether you've noticed, whether you have or not, I'm going to tell you, I've cut quite a bit out of those corners. That's so that when there's room for them to fit when the box all closes around them. So now this is a fiddly and finicky kind of a job. Oops, forgot to take the sticky strip off these pieces. No, stay there, stay out the way. Yeah, it helps if you remember to do what you're supposed to do. Not get halfway through the job and think, should have done that. Because it happens to me all the time. That was something hitting that. Was my punch hitting the ground. Okay, so let's bring that up there. Keep those two out of the way for the time being. And bring that into there. And now I'm going to still keep that up the way, and come on. Come on, come to Mama. Again, keep that out of the way for a moment, and bring those pieces in. Not sure how well you can see that. This is one of those jobs that, okay, finally, now I can push that down inside and bring that edge up to there, and that edge level with there. And now this one here, just fold it forward and get my fingers in there, get the back of the sticky strip. This is why I wanted to use sticky strip rather than fast fuse, because with fast fuse, once it's on, it's on. Whereas with sticky strip, you can decide when you want to take the backing off. And there's the little seat inside, and my little pot of lip balm just fits in there very, very neatly. So all it remains to do now is just to close up the top, and I'm going to bring it over the top of my box, and again remove my little piece of sticky strip and bring that over. Do the same for the other side. Okay, and there's my little box. So that's the construction of the box finished, but it's looking rather plain. So I want to decorate it with some of our satin ribbon, which is really, really luxurious. And this is the very vanilla satin ribbon. So I'm going to cut off a length, wraps around my box with a bit of an overlap, chop that off, put that out of the way, and I'm going to, actually that's a little bit long, smidgen off that end. There we go. And I'm going to stick that down with a glue dot. A glue dot or two. Okay. Don't know what we did before they were glue dots. I really don't. I think you could probably take 2 glue dots. To be sure. To be sure. Where's my glue dot? There it is. Hang on, one of them's gone missing. How odd. Oh, there it is. For a minute there I thought we had a poltergeist. Let's try again. Second time lucky. Okay. I'm going to wrap that around. And that'll sit quite neatly when you're there. Right. Now to finish it off, got a piece of very vanilla, and I'm using this stamp set here, 6-sided sampler. It's very easy for you to say, because I thought, well, there's beeswax in it, and bees make honey, and honeycomb is 6-sided, and yeah, well, it made sense to me, and I'm going to be using that one because I think that's very, very pretty. So, and again, I've got my Tangelo twist ink, and there we are. And I've got, where have I put it? There it is. The hexagon punch. And again, another one of the brilliant things about Stampin' Up is that everything coordinates so well, so that the 6-sided punch is an absolute great fit for the punch, and the stamps all fit together. So, and there I've got a dimensional now onto the band, and picking up my piercing tool, which of course had gone AWOL, because that's what it likes to do. It likes to hide under things. And that's flipping up a bit, so I think I'm going to chop that off a little bit more. I think it could do with another glue dot, actually. Nothing like making corrections as you go along. You know? Okay, and then that goes on there like that. And that's it. Jobs are good. So I hope you've enjoyed that little project. Thank you very much for joining me. If you want the details of measurements and so forth, they'll be on my blog, and you can find that underneath the video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.